We cannot keep playing victims.
Right. And acting as if we have no responsibility and no way
Exactly.
to change anything.
Or that we are not responsible for that, bushes.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
It's an interesting opportunity to kind of look at what do we create, and the question then becomes, at what point do we have enough folks aligned with the concept of this that things start to shift?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's starting.
I do too.
At the same time, there will be a lot of things that will happen. Mother Earth is taking care of her now instead of waiting for us.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things, maybe natural things, earthquakes and things are going to happen because Mother Earth is cleaning up too, doing her cleaning.
Well, and it's going to be an interesting time on the practical side of what we are going to see within this country as we need to refocus back on the basics, the foundation of our country. That when we look at what happened with Hurricane Katrina, what we have, in my opinion, please forgive me for what this is, whatever I brought in.
Yes. I'm cleaning. I'm doing oponopono. You talk.
But it revealed to us what we have missed in terms of the responsibility of the commonwealth of everyone.
Yes.
And that it will cause us to have to make a change.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we have to go back to being children. That's what, that's the only way to get into the Lord's house, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, but for me, Ho'oponopono is going back to being children, not to worry, not to have so many upsets, not to react so much, not to engage, definitely not to blame, but especially our opinions and judgments is what put us into so much trouble, because we think we know what is right and wrong.
As we walk down this path, what happens on the other side of the equation? Okay, because I can certainly see that there are people in the world that will be attracted to this. There are also parts of the world that I would be very concerned about. How can the people who, in the state that they're living in, how can they possibly reach this?
Yeah. Well, again, there is nobody out there, so it's our thoughts of those people, and the idea we can clean. I mean, peace starts with us.
Oh, I agree with that.
Okay, so 100%. Whatever, Ho'oponopono is whatever it gets erased, because this is about erasing memories, okay? Working on those thoughts, those memories that attract those things in our life. So whatever gets erased from us, it gets erased from everybody.
Okay, so it becomes collective healing.
Yeah, because I mean, if we are together, we have common memories. See, that's the only reason why. We've been together before, and here we have a chance, to correct errors. That's what we are here for. People think that are here, to make money, to find a soulmate, things like that, and you can have all that. I mean, definitely. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying, but that's not what we are here for. Everything else comes. You draw everything else, on the way. But you are here to erase memory. And we have a lot to work on. So to give you an example for people to understand a little bit better how this cleaning or erasing works, basically I describe it in two different ways. One is when you go to the movies, you know that the movie is not on the screen, okay? There is a projector. But we tend to believe that what is on the screen is a real thing, and we, in our life, we talk to the screen. And we ask them to change, and we tell that we are right and the screen is wrong. That's what I mean? And the screen goes like, what do I do? Exactly. So if I want the screen to change, I have to go to the projector. And the projector is inside of us. So you want somebody to change, you change.
Right.
Okay? The other example that I do is I always say Ho'oponopono, the delete key in our keyboard. So things show, a program that you didn't want to shows up in the monitor of in your computer, and you don't like it. I mean, you can talk to the monitor all day long. The monitor cannot do anything. So if something, you spell something wrong, if you open, you go to the delete key. And Ho'oponopono is the delete key. So, shows up, sorry, I'm sorry, you know, and you just delete.
Yeah.
You just delete.
Now, in the tradition, was this done only by certain levels of the tribe or the Hawaiian people, or was this?
To be honest with you, I don't know a lot like to answer that, but what I can tell you is that the old Ho'oponopono is where you actually had to get together and be in the presence of everybody and ask forgiveness. Now we kind of evolved that you can do it yourself. I mean, it's not nobody out there.
Yeah.
See, many years ago, my teacher says, if I would have told you, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, there is nobody out there, you know, it's just you and your, he says, you guys, you would have run away. Now it's like we are more ready to accept that maybe.
Fascinating. So basically, let me rephrase this and see if I got it. That what Ho'oponopono is saying is, you are. You
are it.
exist.
You are it.
And everything we see outside of ourselves is the image that's being projected.
Exactly. It's like, it's our tape play.
Right.
It's
so
our program.
Yeah. And so we create the reality by how we're thinking.
Exactly.
And that's what comes forward onto the screen of life.
Totally.
Yeah.
Now, let me go a little bit further. We never know what we are thinking.
Right.
I mean, we know what? If we have a zillion thoughts, you know, in a minute, we are, aware of 10?
Sure.
So that's why I do agree totally, you know, the law of attraction. I mean, there are many laws, but maybe it's not as easy as we think it is.
Yeah.
Because we are manipulating only, 10% or less, of 1% of what we are aware of. And we think that because we are thinking positive, now we are going to change. What do I do with all the rest of the thoughts that I'm not aware, that are running too?
Just automatically,
Okay.
unconsciously.
So Ho'oponopono goes a little bit beyond that. Hey, I don't know what I need to erase. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what thought is the one that attracted my sickness. I don't know what thought. But guess what? There is a part of you that knows.
Yeah.
Why don't not let go?
Yeah.
Why thinking that you intellectually are going to change it, manipulating?
Yeah.
I have money, I'm happy. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
This is beyond. It's working on things that you will never guess. Knowing that it's never what you think it is. I might think I'm cleaning with Tina.
Yeah.
See, but Tina is in my life to give me that opportunity. And I don't know how many videos or how many movies or programs are going to go because I say thank you. Inside of myself, I don't even have to say it aloud. I'm just working on myself. I'm working consistently, 24 hours a day, on the thoughts that create those situations in my life.
Well, I have to tell you a story that's happening in my life right now. I've been divorced 13 years.
Yes.
And, you know, we could all tell stories of
Yes,
our lives, right?
yes, sure.
And earlier this year, I got a call from a woman who actually owned a business right up the street from mine. And she calls my sister and said, I have to talk to Tina. I pick up the phone, she says, Tina, I just found out I'm dating your ex-husband.
Oh, wow.
And she says, but as far as I'm concerned...
I thought you were going to tell me that she dated before when you were married.
No. But she is now dating my ex-husband, and as far as she was concerned, friends come first. And she wanted to make sure it was okay with me.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, am I living in a new paradigm? Because, you know, this is not...
Who cares?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been 13 years, that's okay. But there's been a real conscious effort on her part that this should be a positive relationship.
Yes.
Which, wow.
Yes.
And we just had one of my kids just graduated from the fire academy, and she had the party at her house, and, you know, she introduced me to her adult son, and he says, oh, you're Tina? I've heard so much about you. And he hugs me, and I'm like, I know I'm in a different paradigm, just based on the past experience.
Yes.
But it occurs to me that this is a reflection of that projector changing.
Exactly. It's just us.
Yeah.
And then you can realize how things are changing around you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. So interesting frame to put that in for me. Thank you very much.
Yes, and it is. That's why we are always waiting for the other one to change.
Yeah.
For the other one to make it right. I mean, we have to start with us.
Well, and I can remember years ago when I started down this path, and it happened, you know, the incident that kind of triggered my change had to happen to be the divorce. And